product we want to discuss today is radius arms. Okay, so customers will ask us, what's the benefit of a radius arm, aftermarket radius arm? Do I need one? So the reality of it is, when you lift a car, or a 70 series, we're 70 series specific, when you lift a 70 series 2 inches, now most suspension companies will do a 2-inch lift. They will all offer an offset bush to go in your factory arms, which will bring the car within Toyota spec, but still not give you, it's right in the very bottom, so it doesn't give you that ideal handling of that car. So they tend to be a bit light, floaty, and not the best. Whilst it still is within spec, everyone uses it because it's a cheap solution. However, when you lift a 70 series 2 inches in the front suspension, you lose 3 degrees of caster. When you put an offset bush into a 70 series factory radius arm, you only retrieve 2 degrees. So you actually have lost a degree. Now, when you go from 2 inches to 4 inches, you need another 4 degrees. So in total, 7 degrees. So that's the issue that you see. So we do a specific 2-inch arm, and then we give you a 3 to 4 inch arm. Now, when Toyota say that you need 3 degrees of caster minimum, it's right in the bottom of their spec. As soon as you put larger than factory tyres and you start loading the back of that car will be all over the road because you don't have enough caster. So you need to get more caster. All of the JMACX stuff that we do, we specify they must have 4 to 6 degrees of caster. And people go, oh, but Toyota's minimum's here. More caster makes that car drive night and day. When we put a customer in a car and we change the arms, they just go, wow, what a difference. Because all it is they just don't have enough caster. Big wide tyres, big heavy loads, more caster. So remembering that we're often pushing these cars outside of Toyota spec. They're not at 3.3 tonne on a 265. They're often 3.8 tonne, 4 tonne, bigger. And they're running 33s with 12.5 inches wide. So they want to track all over the road. And a lot of people go, oh, maybe it's my steering rods, or I'll put a dampener on, it'll fix it. No, it won't fix it. You can't fix caster except for doing radius arms. So think of it like this too, is as you raise that car, the arm becomes shorter as well, which pulls that tyre back into the guard of the car. So you want, when you lift the car, you really want to push the arm forward. So we've made these guys longer to push your wheels forward to give you more clearance for big tyres at the back of the guard. Then we've also given them a lot more caster. So again, 4 to 6 degrees. When you go and get a wheel alignment, if your Land Cruiser doesn't have 4 to 6 degrees of caster, fix it. It'll change your life. There's such a big difference having enough caster in the front of your car. I suppose the other one we want to talk about is what about a solid arm with 3 eyes welded on it versus something like that? The problem you've got, again, comes down to a lot of time is engineering and certification. Is a solid beam arm actually stronger than an I-beam? When we hear things like lifetime guarantee against bending, but the thing weighs bloody 20 kilos, it's ridiculous. The more weight you keep throwing, unsprung weight, the harder your suspension's got to work. That changes the characteristic of the handling of the car. So if you want optimum handling, when you manufacture a component, you want it to be light, not heavy. So these arms are the same weight as a factory OEM arm, but they're 60% stronger. I've seen claims of 600% stronger for arms. It's ridiculous. The other side of it, when we talk about engineering, certification saying that, oh, it's stronger than factory, therefore it's certified, is not true. In a head-on collision on a car, these arms must bend. Otherwise, they can drive through the car. So under a head-on accident, this arm should bend, as the factory would. A solid arm will not do that, and it becomes a projectile through the car in a front-end crash. So there's more to engineering than just saying it's stronger, so it's better. Not true. Handling-wise, light will always handle better, less unsprung weight. Your car reacts better, reacts quicker. it's just better all round. So these guys here, CNC, one piece, Bisalloy 80, so an alloy steel, 60% stronger. Take the OEM style bushes, so you can still run your OEM style bush, and fully compliant. And not only are they fully compliant in every state of Australia, JMACX can supply documentation to satisfy any engineer or Department of Transport Australia-wide. And that's the stand-up. We get guys get pulled over for aftermarket parts on their four-wheel drive. We can provide the data and the evidence to ensure that what you buy is 100% legal and certified.